And now for something completely different. Welcome back, my friends, ladies and gentlemen. We are not, as you can probably tell from the title, in the GNU world. We are somewhere completely new to you guys. You may have been familiar with this world if you are a regular follower of mine on Twitch, as we have been streaming a little bit from here. But this is actually, let me try and, can I? Oh, I can. Brilliant. This is actually, we're on a multiplayer server. That's right, and not just any multiplayer server. This is the NationCraft Season 2. Now, if you're long time sort of fans of my channel that I've been working on, you'll know that I actually started on NationCraft Season 1. If you go right back to before the GNU project, we were on Season 1. We started Season 2. I haven't shown much of it on my YouTube channel, but it has now progressed to the point where this world is our snapshot exploration world. So we get to explore the snapshots, we get to play around with the new mechanics, and we get to do so in a multiplayer kind of format, which I think is quite cool. And yeah, I've been having quite a lot of fun with it. It's been interesting to see sort of some old faces come checking their shops to see if they made any diamonds, as I have been, and I have not made diamonds. Let me give you a very quick tour around, and then we can show you what we are actually doing. I do have a base. It's not very advanced, but we yeah. Let me give you a little bit of a show around. The season started over here at spawn, and what we did is we made like a little bit of a spawn house. I sort of built most of this house, which I'm quite proud of. It looks quite cool, I think, as like a little starter house. It's got some storage in it, got some beds. If you end up here and you need to sleep through the night, you can. You know, it's quite cool. Got some stuff. I think we've got single player sleep going on in here, so you don't need everyone to sleep. And as we go, smooth. And as we go over here to the main shopping district, we are going to have a gaming district and things like that as the season goes on. You know, we've got a couple of shops that have sprung up. This is my bookshop. I sort of created for people to come and go through. Oh, I've made some sales. Oh, I've made some more sales. Alrighty then, where was I? Yes, so we have some shops. I'll do like a full of explore of all the shops and show you around them and, you know, show you who made what and what's going on, maybe in another episode. That's not what we're about today. What we're about today is I'm excited to get into the Nether and have a little bit of an explore there. Now, we've created a portal for the shopping district. Well, I've created a portal at my house. Now, we used to have a bunch of progress made in the Nether before the update. And we kind of decided as a group to reset the Nether when we updated to the latest snapshot, or when we turned into a snapshot realm, so that we could explore the new mechanics. And let me show you what happened. Something rather unfortunate happened almost immediately. If we go in, so here we are, ready to explore our brave new sort of Nether, and I think, oh, bit of soul sand, that's okay. Oh, we're in a soul sand valley now. This is probably the literal worst case scenario. There is no, for a community building project, there is no worse biome for your Nether hub to be in than one of these. Because look at the amount of ghasts that we are having. You know, what? Oh, and I'm nearly dead. Can I recover some hearts? Thank you. Right, yeah, so like the sheer amount of ghasts and skeletons that spawn here is beggars belief. So it's going to make building in this a real challenge, but I don't know. I feel it's a challenge I'm kind of up to. We're going to use the fact that we're kind of sheltered here to make ourselves like a little, I'm seeing like a kind of a modern scientific kind of base, like a moon base almost. Lots of glass. Lots of things like that. That's going to allow us to. Oh, I think someone's definitely been. Okay, so I'm going to build like a moon base, so that we can. The idea is we're going to be able to travel to and from our bases and still enjoy the majesty of the new Nether update. Someone obviously has already chickened out and just tunneled up to the ceiling. In season 1 of NationCraft, we had all our tunnels in the ceiling, and that was all very efficient and very fine. But I kind of felt, and luckily some of the other server members agreed with me, that it kind of misses the point of the Nether. The Nether is actually quite a cool place to be. And if you just go to the ceiling and spend your entire time going around it, then all of this becomes nothing but a resource mine. And that's kind of it. You don't really see it day to day. And I would love it if our tunnels were down at this level and we got to see all this bone kind of stuff and things like that, all the new biomes and stuff as we travel between our bases. I think that'd be really cool. And yes, it's going to be more difficult. And yes, we are going. Oh no! Oh, growled at. Ladies and gentlemen, my dog has come for some attention. I'll be right back. And we're back. So the plan is, as I say, some kind of like moon base, some kind of scientific lab of operations that we can have here to be able to branch out into our respective bases, and maybe some glass tunnels so that as we're walking we can see stuff and the glass can't see us. I think that might be an idea. I thought we were about to get a fire charge there, but maybe not. Yeah. So what I have to do, let me show you the scope of the. Oh. Well, one of them turned the portal off, which is not ideal, but that's okay. That's okay. We can relight that. That's fine. I wonder if I can convince one of them to relight it. I probably can't. Anyway, let me. Oh, actually, he might be able to. Yes, it works. They can relight it. Loser. Right. So anyway, that was a bit of a roundabout. That took me a little while, but I managed to convince one of them to relight it for me. Anyway. If we head out this way, now there were loads of paths here and that was all well and good, but we're now going to have to rebuild some path that goes out. And my base is, I believe, this way. So we're going to need to build a path over this lava. And if we go around this corner, then as we come around, we'll see a fortress right here, which is going to be really handy for gathering the wither skeleton skulls. And then down here is my portal. So, yeah, there's a bit of thing. I'm probably going to raise this up a little bit, make a base up on the level with all the rest of it. Again, some kind of like, I figure some kind of like science tower maybe would be quite cool. Oh, Jesus. I really like the blue flames. They are really cool. But it's so dangerous here. Building here is going to be a freaking nightmare. So, yeah, I do think we may have to find some kind of protection, some kind of way to protect ourselves as we're building. But yeah, if we build some kind of like fortress, some kind of like sciencey tiny thing that here to, I think it's too beautiful. I'm sorry, I know that there are ghasts everywhere, but I think just the area itself is just too pretty to just go into the ceiling and go around like that. And the Nether is supposed to be dangerous. To me, this reminds me of like my first time playing Minecraft when you're getting back to it and all of a sudden, the Nether is a scary place. With before the update, the Nether was kind of boring, but now it's scary again. And that I think should be celebrated. Anyway, let me show you my base. We'll continue the tour and then we'll see if we can get something done this episode. And I sort of show you a little bit of what I plan to do. So welcome to my base. I made it on the edge of a mushroom island, so we're safe from spawns here. This is kind of my like storage ring up here. We go down lower. I have a beacon, of course, because you've got to have a beacon. And these are my villagers. I set myself up so I could trade for tools and stuff like that. I've got a zombification machine. Obviously, villager farm will go down there. Yep. I've got a zombification machine which will turn them into zombies and then bring them here so I can cure them. And then, look, I get like ridiculous trades like fortune for 1 and things like that, which is quite handy. I do like that. So that's been really good with restocking our shop. I do need to work on getting another efficiency 5 villager because I think my efficiency 5 villager died. But yeah, like mending for 2. That used to be mending for 1. Ooh, the trades have changed. Yeah, silk touch for 1. So, like, the majority of them are still fine and dandy, and I'm okay with that. I've got so many emeralds. I've got emeralds out the wazoo. There's loads of them. If we go up, I'll show you what the outside looks like. Got my little base. This is my little... I've sort of converted it. It's quite cool, It's got my little villager breeder on the side here. Little four-way kind of basicles out going here. And basically, that's like a starter base for me. my main kind of project is going to be on this island, and I don't really know what I'm going to do. I was going to like hollow it all out and do like a massive wizard's tower, but I feel like with it being a 1.2 update, maybe a more modular design instead of something grand is going to be better. And what I could do is I'm thinking about like floating islands with like chain bridges between them and things like that, with different things on the islands and stuff. We can have one island that goes outside of the Mushroom Island, so it can be a mob farm, things like that. That could be quite cool. I think perhaps time will go on. Do you know what I've just noticed? This is enchanted armor, and it doesn't shimmer in the latest update. That's quite weird. I don't know if I missed the shimmer or not. I don't think I do. I think I prefer it without it. It is doubtless. That's got to be a bug. The shimmer has got to come back. But cool, so that was a very kind of brief tour around my base. And yeah, I know if you want to see more, then hit me up down in the comments. We can definitely kind of arrange something like that for you to show you more about what's going on. Maybe do a proper world tour episode where we go visit some other people's bases and what they've been doing. There are a good handful of us on the server. So there is the option to go and do that if you guys would like. But what I want to do today is work on, or actually I probably need these, work on the kind of the nether system of the community place. So what we have is I built myself like a little brewing station here, so I can brew sort of lots of potions at once, lots of potions of fire resistance, and we're selling these over in the shopping district. So if I go back to the shopping district, I'll show you kind of what I want to do. And we're back. I should really carry a bed around with me. Do I have a bed in here? I do. Okay, that's all right then. Cool. All right. So, having slept the night away, now this is my kind of coffee shop that I built. I just kind of threw it together. Quite like it. It's quite cool. The idea is it sells sort of fire resistance potions. I'm going to do some kind of sort of other sort of like life-giving potions. Basically, this is potions to help you explore the Nether. Is what we're going to do. So we've got some potions there that are going to be for sale. And if we go through, I want to build another shop out here. And this one, I want to sell like mining and like nether exploration kits. And what I'm thinking for these is to get blast protection and sell beds and TNT. And what beds and TNT will allow us to do is to go down to the lower levels of the nether and use the beds and the TNT to mine for the, I think it's called netherite scraps that we need to make the good armor. So yeah, the idea is you can buy yourself a set of golden armor. The new hoglins, the mob in the nether that I haven't actually found any of them yet. But if you're wearing gold armor, they won't attack you and they will trade with you. So that's the cool mechanic. So the gold armor will help there. So gold armor, blast protection, and then beds, I think, are probably one of the best mining sources in the nether because you can sleep on them. If you try to sleep on them, they have a massive explosion. And better yet, if you try to sleep on the bed, if you put a bed in the same spot and try and sleep on it again, the explosion will still take out a number of blocks. You can do it 2 or 3 times in the same spot, and it will always take out more and more and more. And it's a really kind of cool and cheap way, because beds are cheaper than TNT, to mine in the nether. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell shulker box loads, because beds don't stack. So I'm going to sell a shulker box of beds for an amount of money. And then you can go in the nether simply with just your gold armor on and your beds and a sort of diamond pick. And you sort of use the beds, go down to Y level 15, use the beds to mine for the nether. That's the plan. That is the plan. I think it's kind of cool. I'm repeating myself a little bit. So now all we need to do is start to gather some materials for this second shop. I'm not entirely sure what I want it to be, but I'm thinking if I keep to like my sort of quasi-modern aesthetic, but do it out of nether stuff perhaps. Maybe I can make like a little plaza here or something. I don't know. I haven't really decided the style of the build yet, but I'm figuring if we go get some nether, I know I want it to sort of be made out of like the nether fortress materials, you know, the nether bricks and the big fences, stuff like that. So if we go and get all of that stuff, we can then come back here and see what we can put together. Okay, so I'm gathering resources, right? And I'm starting to feel like looting is having more of an effect. Oh no, don't tell me. You son of a... Okay, there was a wither skeleton skull on that bit, and that stupid sod killed it. But I've got one. I've actually managed to get 3 now. Let's go into my, because I saved the other 2. In this little expedition alone, I've managed to get 3 wither skeleton skulls. I feel like maybe the looting chance on these wither skeleton skulls has improved. Yeah, but, well, that's another beacon we've got already. Maybe we can get some more, maybe even sell them. You never know. If the rates are improved, then I am definitely interested in that. But I think for now we've got enough of the nether materials to make a start on what we kind of want. I'm going to grab some soul sand and soul soil as well. And yeah, let's see if we can sort of cobble something together here to make ourselves a little shop. And maybe make some money as well. Because don't forget, while we want to get down there, I'm going to have to come into here and build like a path down. Probably block off that lava. So we do want to go down as well to Y level 15 and start mining ourselves. But the idea is to make the diamonds. We are on a multiplayer server now. The idea, make the diamonds, do the pretties, is definitely still the game plan. So now that we're here, we'll see if we can grab some, start putting up some goodies, some shops, and yeah, it'd be quite cool. Okay, so here I am, just sort of prepping the start of the shop. It's not going to... Actually, I'm probably finished taking this stuff down. But I must admit, I am getting more and more impressed with the sound design. Now, I've actually turned block sounds all the way up, but listen to this. Doesn't that sound glorious? Considering that it used to just be a standard like block breaky sort of sound, now it sounds like bricks being broken. Isn't that wonderful? I really like that. I really think that's something special. And also, I've found out that the I think you can no longer make... I don't think you can make stairs anymore. Yeah, you can now make nether brick walls. Now, I think the pre-constructed nether fortresses still have these walls. Still have the fences. Sorry, they haven't switched to walls. So it's clearly a separate block. But even punching it, listen. It gets that wonderful sort of feeling. I really like it. Really impressed with it. Very happy. Yeah, I just thought I'd take a quick break from making what we've decided to do for our shop. Because I've decided we're going to be selling enchanted... I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, actually, but we've decided to sell enchanted golden armor, which is going to have blast protection and fire protection, which is going to help with the mining and the nether travel. And we're going to also sell beds. Lots and lots and lots of beds for people to use during their mining operations for the netherite, for the nether rack, for the netherite scraps. I think it's netherite scraps. Correct me if I'm wrong in this thing, but I'm pretty sure it's netherite scraps. Anyway, it continues apace. I'm quite happy with it. We're sort of almost mimicking the design of the coffee shop that we did before, but because it's the nether, I'm just adding a bit more of a curve to it. It could be quite cool. I'm enjoying it so far. We're going to finish putting it together and then see if we can figure something out to stock the thing. So yeah, I guess crack on with it. I need to bust out the nether brick stairs and see if we can finish putting it on. I mean, even the block placing sounds. Look, if I can... It's just so satisfying, isn't it? It's just wonderful. Really, really just enjoying the effects that they've put into this. The effort that they've put into this to get the effects right and things like that just is glorious. Really enjoying it. Very much loving it. I approve. It gets a SoothingFilly stamp of approval officially. Okay, so welcome back. I am pretty happy with what we've done so far. Let me show you. I think it's quite cool, isn't it? Nice little thing in the shopping district. I'm not really sure what happened, if I'm honest with you. I started off with the thought of making like a forge kind of thing, like a demonic forge. And then I kind of did like this curve thing. And then I thought, oh, it needs something else. It needs like a side thing. But I thought I'd do that with bone. And I thought, oh, I could do a hand coming out. So I'm not completely settled on what this is. But I still think it's cool. I still think it's cool. And it's cool and going to make us some money. Definitely cool and going to make us some money. So let's go and I'm still gonna I had a plan to kind of lava bucket these, so if I do one there and one there, you know, I think that looks quite cool. Yeah, gonna go with that. Now what we need to do is decorate this a little bit more. Now I've got in all of these chest beds, we're going to sell those. I'm thinking probably 6 beds per diamond, like simple 6 beds per diamond. You know, that would be a good way to do it. And what we could do, oh, maybe more than 6 beds. I'll do an amount of beds per diamond, and I need to get on with our golden, get some golden armor. Oh, Jesus. Get some golden armor on these stands. Or maybe we'll do a kit. Maybe if you buy some golden armor, you get some beds for free, something like that. And the idea is you're going to buy a set of golden armor, and then we can go down and start really kind of mining for the netherite. This whole kind of like me doing episodes from the NationCraft server is so that we can explore the latest blocks, which, you know, we kind of are. I've got the soul soil here. Where are my tools? Alrighty then. So what we finally are back with, we have in our possession now this light thing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yes, check that out. Glowing blue with the flames here. Happy with that? Huh? I mean, I'm pretty sure this. Yeah, this is dangerous. So yeah, we're not gonna go too crazy with the flames here, but I do think that a few flames would be good. Just around the place, just to add a little bit of life and sort of fire to it. Now, I don't think... Yeah, that's probably going to be good. If we do a little thing here and there, just to add some sort of fire up here. The whole point is we're demonstrating up the top there what we want people to do. We want people to wear the armor, which is going to give them lava resistance and blast resistance, and then they can trigger the beds to blow a massive hole in the netherrack down there and really kind of effectively and very coolly mine for the netherite scraps things that we need. These things. The netherite scraps that we've got here. Now, what we did is I actually went strip mining. I thought I'd try strip mining as a tactic and see if it was cool. And yeah, no, it's not. It took me hours and went through a pick like twice, and we got 7. It was horrific. So, you know, that's not necessarily going to be the tactic we're going to choose. First of all, we're going to try this bed farming technique. Quite cool. So I think next up I need to get to my skelly grinder that we actually found at the very, very, very start when we first started this world. We're going to get up ourselves some golden armor. We're going to get some enchanted books, and we're going to see what we can put together. So let's have a look. Very quickly before that, though, I think we're going to come along here. I think, what's this? How much is this? So 8 diamonds per block. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that's a great deal, but that'll do. We'll take that. 8 diamonds per block? Does it mean 8 diamonds per stack? Okay, I'm going to choose to believe that this sign means 8 diamonds per stack, because that means 8 diamonds per block. That's going to be a hard pass from me, but I'm choosing to believe that's 8 diamonds per stack. 8 diamonds per block is going to be well expensive, but I don't think that's what I don't think that was the intention. There is iron for sale in the general mercantile store over there, but I've already been putting some diamonds into their wool to create our beds, so I'm quite happy with that as it is. Let's head to our base now and see what we can put together. So one of the things that they really kind of are nerfing with this update, and I'm kind of sad to see it go, but it was, even though I admit, kind of a hack. They're kind of spamming the village trades a little bit and just making them so that the villagers, I believe, they're not going to refresh their trades nearly as often. I can't actually remember if they changed this in this update or the last one. I think maybe the last one, or this update but not this snapshot, something like that. So yeah, unfortunately the villagers are not going to go as trade crazy as they were before, but that's okay because the trades are still good. Like zombifying these villagers still drastically reduces the price, and they still trade several times a day. I mean, maybe not as many as they did before, but I mean we can still get it down to the point where it's 1 emerald for a book and 1 bookcase for an emerald. So we can still spam that little that little thing there. And the whole point is that while, you know, you would buy this, let me walk you through it actually, what the theory is. So we zombify the villages, and we use 1 emerald to get a bookshelf. And then we smash that bookshelf for 3 books and trade that back to them per book for 1 emerald. So, you know, every time we spending 1, we get 2 back. We spend 1, we get 2 back. Tripling our emeralds each circuit, and each trade gives me a little bit of XP. So in fact, these trade machines generate me emeralds like no man's business. It's crazy, but they get me XP as well as emeralds. It's all good in my book, you know. While yes, I know it is a bit of a bummer that they kind of nerfed it. These guys don't refresh their trades quite as often. It's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. So what have we got? We've got what we need there. That's fire protection and unbreaking. That's fine. Fire protection and unbreaking. Yep. So I'm using the what we've got, fire protection and unbreaking there, to make all these lovely books. I don't have enough levels. Yeah. And so what we're making is the goal is for these basically. We want fire protection, mending and unbreaking, blast protection, mending and unbreaking, and we want that twice. And that's going to be 1 of each for each piece of armor. This has taken me quite a long time to get everything together I needed. I was going to like sell these armor kits for not a lot of money, but I'm thinking actually to actually make it cost quite a lot of money, like a full kit plus maybe like even a chest full of beds, you know, so you buy the kit and you get a chest full of beds. That might be an idea. I don't have any shulker boxes to make that real easy, but that's where my mind's at the moment. We need to let these guys refresh. Is it night time? No, but I'm feeling like these guys aren't going to refresh for the rest of the day. So let me get the rest of this together. It's quite cool so far. There's quite a lot of work going into it, but I'm excited. I'm excited to have these all golden armor sets that we're going to be able to give the people. That, you know, it's going to save them from falling into lava. It's going to protect them from the exploding beds. We're going to be able to farm that netherite scraps real easy, and I'm going to get rich while it happens. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win. Well, it has definitely been a grind. It's taken me over a day, but I have managed to get myself quite a lot of gold armor. Now, each and every single one of these pieces has been lovingly taken from the hands of a skeleton in our skeleton spawner that we've got over there on the main island. And ripped from it, then put mending on it, fire protection and unbreaking, or blast protection and unbreaking. There's 2 of each on each piece of armor. So I think that's either maxed out or pretty good. Either way. And yeah, we're ready to hop on over to our main base. I'm going to definitely have to put some wings on. I quite like the gold armor, you know. I know it wears out really quickly. And I know it's going to be rubbish, but I really wish it wasn't as rubbish because it is quite good. I do quite like the look of it. I would love to, and maybe I will. Maybe one day I'll just decide to go sort of mainline gold armor like properly. Maybe in my Bedrock series or something might be worth doing. But if we try and get airborne, look at where this has been spawned in, where all the damage the ghast have done. Okay, cool. So we're on fire, but we're not actually taking any damage. So that's all right. I mean, I'm quite happy, you know, quite happy with that. This is definitely the worst biome to find yourself in. We need to do something about that. Anyway, for now, let's go back to our shop. See if we can stock it. Pop the armor on the armor stand. So I've done, I think, 4 sets of armor. I think 4 sets of armor is what I've done. So this should be blast, fire, good, okay, and boom, done. All right, cool. I just need, I think, 1 more chest to go here, and the deal is going to be, I think, let's do 10 diamonds, and you get the armor and the chest. So you get the armor and all of the beds included for 10 diamonds. Is it? Yeah, 10 diamonds. I might put the prices up because that was an awful lot of grind. But, you know, for 40 diamonds, that could be worth it. Yeah, and you get the full thing. And with this sort of kit, you should be able to go into the nether, go down and do a certain amount of mining which I think if I now do, let's kit up, we'll load a shulker box full of beds, and we'll head on down and see if we can get to Y level 15 and do some bed mining, shall we? Let's see if this works. All right, so kind of a good news, bad news kind of situation. Good news first. The bed works. That was done by 2 beds going off. Other good news, in our first bed going off, we managed to find the ancient debris that we're after. This is literally the whole reason we are doing this. So literally the first bed that we pulled did that. Slight bad news, the second bed I went off had a much bigger explosion. I was standing much too close to it, and it killed me immediately. And it lost me my good shovel, my good axe, and my basic unenchanted pickaxe, and half the beds. So, you know, other bad news, the recording software decided to randomly shut itself down about maybe 3 minutes before that happened. So, yeah, you know, I'm counting it as a win. We're gonna have to go back up now and go get ourselves a new pick, and yeah, probably some new. We're gonna have to recreate the tools, but we won't do that straight away because I want to collect some more of this ancient debris. I'm gonna go for at least 8. I think if I can get 8 ancient debris together, I'll call it happy. And I'll call this experiment a success, and we can start selling our things. I definitely need to put some kind of warning or some kind of disclaimer on the armor sets that's saying I am not responsible for any loss of life or tools or anything like that they may suffer by putting the beds down here. So yeah, let's see if I can actually record now. And while I'm recording, my game's balking out a little bit, I must admit. Let me grab a Silk Touch. And what else do I need? Not much else. Silk Touch, I'm going to grab myself some more beds, just because if this is a success, I want this to work properly. But I tell you what, my game is a bit glitchy. It's a bit laggy at the moment, so I might actually reboot. Hang on. All right, and we're back. So now we've got our valuable pickaxe, and I really hope we don't die again, because I really kind of want this experiment to be a success. So I'm going to try and use this video as a guide for my fellow server members on how best to go about using my new service. So what you'll do is you'll come down here. Ignore the gaping holes. Oh, I should have picked a fortune. Never mind. We'll probably pick up a fortune pick or a non-silk touchy pick. And what you would do is you would go along to a bit of wall. Let's pick this bit. You would face up against the wall, mine out as far as you can, and then you place a bed as close as you can to you, which I think would be here. Now if I step back a block, I should still be able to hit on the bed, and hopefully we're going to see now with armor on, with 2 lots of blast protection, and it's probably about as far away from this bed as we can get, how many hearts of damage I take. All right, 1 heart of damage. Cool, that's not too bad. Immediately recovered. We move along. Now what we can do is run this experiment again. Now, last time I did this, I died immediately. So I'm hoping, I'm just going to put out some of these fires. I'm hoping this doesn't kill me immediately, because I should be able. Please don't die. Okay, that hurts significantly more. That definitely hurts significantly more, but look at the extra damage you get. So what I will say to my fellow server members is that exploding another bed does work. It definitely is beneficial. However, with the setup that I'm selling, probably not best for this style of mining. Let's put out all these fires, and yeah, because that did quite a lot more damage, and I think there's a risk of the second bed killed me last time and definitely nearly killed me this time. So yeah, I would not recommend going 2 beds deep. Probably best just to do a hole, set the bed off, and then Yeah, and then call it good. Bright side is, definitely reveals more. It is definitely a way to make a bigger hole by doing a bed, but definitely at further risk to your life. So if we go along here and we do this again, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to come along, to here, I guess. Mine it all out. Pop a bed as close as we can. Step back. See? Much better. Look at that. So that is one hole that we get. That's one hole, and that's the 2-bed hole. So do you see how much more, it has value, but not, I think, at the expense of the armor that we've got on. So yeah. Okay, so if that bed was here, that hole was approximately, 4 blocks out? So if we go, call it from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I make a hole here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we do this in the 5th hole away from there, and we'll see what this does. Step back. Oh, probably better eat. We definitely want to make sure that we're on full hearts when we're doing this. Yeah, close enough. Cool, yeah, and that just about bridges the gap between these two. So we might even want to go to get the best thing, maybe 3. Count 3 from the sides. And we'll come in here and put all these fires out to make sure that we're not missing any nether, any ancient debris. But by and large, I think this is going to be a good way to go about mining. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would say that our shop is now open. I'm going to keep this up for a little bit, see what we can get. But that is going to be, I think, it for this episode. Oh, don't die. Don't die. That's why we've got fire protection, ladies and gentlemen. Fire protection is going to be it for this episode. I think that works. Ladies and gentlemen, we've found a system. We can go mining now for ancient debris. And with this and some gold, we're going to be able to get ourselves that all shiny netherite armor. So that's going to be it from me. This is going to be a new thing. Let me know in the comments section if you want to see more from the NationCraft server, our multiplayer thing here. If you're on this server with me and enjoy this episode, feel free to hit me a like. If you're brand new, please like and subscribe to the video. It really helps out the channel. I'm really pushing to kind of increase the quality of my content this year. So it really would be a help if you give us a like. And feel free, knock a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Are you a member of this server? I can't believe we just found some right there. Are you a member of this server? Are you going to come along and sort of take part in the shop? Your custom is definitely going to be appreciated. Until next time, though, my name's been SoothingFilly, and I will see you all in the next episode. Normal service with the GNU world will be resuming shortly.